Hey there, Kimberly here with Knit for Brains, and today I'm going to show you all the really cool, fun, beautiful, wonderful, love-filled things that I got for my birthday, mostly because it's yarn related. So stay tuned. That's what we're going to talk about in today's segment. Here with Knit for Brains, and I wanted to introduce you to my little buddy here. This is Molly Golightly. We call her Molly for short. She is 16 years old. She's going to be 16 years old next month. And hi, sweet girl. She went to the vet this morning, and the vet said this is by far the healthiest pug I have ever seen. She's getting a little bit loose in the screws upstairs, but she still has all of her faculties. So one of the birthday gifts that I got for this year, which is a total surprise, absolutely made me cry. Let me show you. So I wanted you to see her. This is Molly. And for a birthday gift, my mom had this made. And if you know Molly, this absolutely screams her personality. So we don't know how much more time we're going to have with this little cutie. I've had her for 14 years. Yes, I have. Yes. And her buddy died about 4 years ago. His name was Finn the Irish pug. But she's still kicking. She's super healthy. Yes, she is. She's my little boopshki. She gets up in the middle of the night. She's a little bit of an old lady. But at 16, I don't know, if I could hold my bladder at 100 and some odd years old either. Anyway, so this was one of my really special surprise gifts that I got, because I don't know how much time I'm going to have left with her, but I just loved this. So I don't know, maybe tell me if you think it looks like her. I think it pretty much does, huh? So that was Molly. This is my girl Molly. I absolutely love this. She's going to go up on the wall somewhere here in my office. So after she's gone, she'll always be with me. She's my little boopshki. She's got quite the personality, kind of stodgy, she reminds me of like an old Carol Channing. You know who that is? If she could talk, I think she'd have that kind of a voice. Anyways, she kind of rules the roost. My husband, not a big fan. To be fair, she was my dog coming in the relationship. And so he tolerates her, but we do have to get up with her about 2 or 3 times at night to let her out to go potty. So, it's getting to be a little bit, she's regressing a little bit, kind of like when you have a baby and a toddler in the house, we're kind of going there again. Anyways, so I wanted to show you that because that just really warmed my heart. That made me feel just so, I started crying because I thought this, who knows what how much longer I'm going to have her around, but I'm always going to have this picture. So that was one of my birthday gifts. It was really amazing. So my birthday, I was a little... It actually turned out just fine. But sometimes when I think put expectations on things, like imagining that the birthday is going to be like this or that special day. And I really try not to set expectations for days because, things happen. For instance, I had cleared my schedule. I said, I'm not going to have anything to do. My husband and I were going to go out sailing. We were going to go to lunch. We were going to go have this really nice dinner that night. Everything was all set. Well, I also had to take my mother out of town to visit a friend of hers, which was it's supposed to be a 5-hour drive, but, with traffic and pit stops, it really turned out to be more of like a 7-hour drive, just outside of Las Vegas in a little town called Boulder City, which was fine, but that's a long drive. And so the day before we were supposed to leave was my birthday. And I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to clear up my day. My husband and I are going to be together the night before my birthday. We're getting ready to go to my mom's house for dinner. He gets a text that says he has been called up for jury duty and he has to report tomorrow morning, which is my birthday, at 8 a.m. I'm like, oh, but got to do your civic duty. Got to do whatever you got to do. Additionally, my mom wanted to leave a day earlier on the trip. So I normally teach a yoga class to a senior assisted living center on Thursdays, which I then had to move so I could get it in. Well, then I had to move it over to my birthday. I'm like, well, that's okay. I'll teach on my birthday. It'll be fine. Which it was. And they were so sweet. And they gave me balloons and all this kind of stuff. And that was wonderful. As it turns out, my husband got called on to jury duty. Not only that, but he got called as the second alternate. And if you're not living here in the United States, you may not understand how our system works. Here in California, it used to be that you had to go and report and sit in a waiting area for about half a day, and then hopefully you get called. And if you don't get called, then that basically and they completes your requirements for, I think, like a year. Well, nowadays, at least here in California, you don't have to report to court, but you have to call in on this certain number during these dates once a day, and then you'll hear a recording, and it'll say if you're a juror number between this number and this number, you got to call in. The very, very last day that he could possibly get called, he gets called. So he goes in. He's actually then chosen to be an alternate on the jury. So you have 12 jurors, right? And then they choose 2 alternates just in case someone on the jury gets sick or something comes up or whatever. Now, those 2 alternates, they have to sit there and listen to all the testimonies and the prosecutor and the defending arguments and the whole 9 yards. They have to listen to it all the way through to what we call deliberation, which is when the jurors go into a deliberation room, right? And then they decide whether or not the person who is to be found guilty or to be found innocent. Well, the alternates, they have to sit there and they have to wait through the whole entire process. And then when the jurors go into deliberation, the 2 alternates have to be on call within a half-hour drive distance. Well, we don't live within a half hour of the courthouse. So on the following day, which was Friday, my husband had to go and basically sit in a parking lot about a half hour out and wait till he got the phone call that all was good. So that was kind of a bummer. But he fulfilled his duties, and he is good, and he's a good citizen, and I love it, considering that he is not a natural citizen. He was born in England, so he became a citizen and is doing his duty, and I'm very proud of him. But it didn't make for my birthday being great. But, that's okay. So then I'm going to tell you what I did. It was very exciting. So I thought, you know what? It's getting into fall. My birthday was, September 13th, and we're getting into like the pumpkin spice lattes and the pumpkin spice. Everything's pumpkin spice or apple spice or whatever. And of course, sure, I'll fall prey to that. No worries. So I went out after I taught my yoga class. I went out and got myself a really yummy little lunch and a little dessert at this French bakery that's around the corner. Literally, it's around the corner. Yes, we do live in a neighborhood where we have a beautiful, authentic French bakery around the corner. No other place in San Diego has this. This just happens to be where this man lives, and it's amazing. So I got myself a little treat, a little French pastry. And I thought, I'm going to come home and I'm going to crochet a little project, which I'm going to show you here in a second. And I want to watch a feel-good holiday, not Christmas holiday, but like a, fall, autumn, even Halloween-y, feel-good movie. So I'm flipping through thinking, I've never seen Hocus Pocus. I know. I mean, it is all over Pinterest. There's, Hocus Pocus cheese boards and crochet patterns and so much stuff. And I can't believe I've never seen it. I know that it's got 3 witches, but I wasn't sure of the name. Okay. I knew that there was a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead. So I proceeded to go through, and I knew it was somewhere back east area. So I find a movie that I think is the movie that we're talking about, and it's called The Witches of Eastwick. Well, let me tell you, it is not the same movie at all, not even close. That one stars Jack Nicholson, Cher, Susan Sarandon, and Michelle Pfeiffer, amidst a bunch of other people. That movie was scary. It was scary. It was twisted. It was demented. It was not the feel-good movie that I was going for at all. And I'm like, oh my God, what is it that everybody talks about with this movie? Well, I was texting a girlfriend of mine and I was like, how is it that you love this movie that you watch it like several times every single year? Which is when, of course, I found out that it was not, in fact, Hocus Pocus. That's what I was looking for. What I found was The Witches of Eastwick. I'm not going to recommend that you go and watch it because I don't want to be responsible for you to be shocked, horrified, or even offended, because there is language in that movie and there are some disturbing scenes in that movie. And I don't think I'm going to be watching it a second time. But I'm one of these people that can't quit. Once you start something, you got to finish it. So in good faith, I finished the movie. But let me tell you, it was not the feel-good holiday movie that I was looking for on my birthday. So that didn't add to my joy. However, I have to show you some of the things that I got on my birthday and what I did. The first thing, and this is a shout out to one of my YouTube buddies. Now, this is a really interesting relationship that we've forged. The channel, if you're not aware, and some of you I think probably are, because I think we share, audience, because we're always like referring to each other. Shannon with the Spoonie Stitcher. If you haven't heard from her or you haven't seen what she's doing, you got to go over and check her out. She makes these adorable little tots. She does a lot of amigurumi, although she does do other things. She does purses and blankets and whatever, but she makes these little adorable little amigurumis. And she started following me. I started following her channel, and we started up this really just special pen pal relationship. And we now email each other, and it's turned into kind of like a once a week thing. And I get so excited when I see her emails in my inbox. So Shannon, thank you. I have to show you. So she actually played a really big part in my birthday. Number one, as a birthday gift, she sent me one of her patterns, which I was jonesing over. I was like, oh my God, he's so adorable. And as a gift, she sent me this guy, which is the Potter Tots Dobby, or Dobby, depending on how you say Dobby, I think it is, the household elf or the house elf from Harry Potter. And I was like, oh my God, he's adorable. And I needed something that was very short, very rewarding. My reward scale was very short on that day, and I needed something that was going to give me great rewards very quickly. So I made, now, I did not have time to make his sock, because Dobby comes with a little sock, but I was able to make my own little Dobby. Look at how cute he is. I love him. Now, I'm going to tell you, I used the right weight for the top, but I didn't really have the right yarn for the bottom. So he's a little bit squishy underneath, but I don't care. I really love him. So this is my Dobby, the household elf. She makes all kinds of tots. She's got the whole Harry Potter cast and crew. She does a whole bunch of Halloween critters from like little bats and little cats and just all kinds of stuff. And I'm not going to give away the ghost, literally. But you should definitely go out and check out her channel. That's Shannon, the Spoonie Stitcher is the channel. And so this is my little household Dobby house elf. Yeah, I just love him so much. And I was like, am I really going to want to have a lot of these little guys sitting around? But yes, I am. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put him, you're going to see him from now on up in that little container of all my other yarns, or maybe sitting up on top. You're going to have like little tots sitting all around my room from now on. So Shannon, I'm going to make a lot more of these little guys because he's just freaking, even my husband was like, what the heck? He's really cute. And I was able to get him done easily within the time frame of the movie, which was like 2 hours, so something like that. So this was one of my birthday gifts, was the pattern, and I made him, and he made me very happy. So thank you, Shannon, very much for my wonderful, very thoughtful birthday gift. And if that wasn't enough, Shannon did the most amazing special thing. Check this out. I was floored that she took the time to make this for me. There's no pattern, but she just followed her, I'm assuming she followed her tot pattern, which is basic, right? But she made me. I was like, oh my God, no one's made me. No one's like in a cake or in a painting. No one has ever recreated me before. And that was by far, I think, the most incredible special gift. Is she not adorable? Even with the little granny square, because she knows how much I love to do granny squares. I was just so moved. So I guess short of ever having her mail mini me to me, I'm probably just going to have to make one myself. Or maybe I'll just know that she exists out there somewhere in the ether. Because Shannon and I do not live close to each other. But just knowing that Shannon cared enough to spend the day making her, I can't even tell you how much that meant to me. And the day that I was having, let me tell you, was a bad day. It was just one of those days, like what was that? The story about that book, The Horrible, Very Good, Not Very Bad Day, whatever that was, that book, right? Yeah, that was my day. And it was turned around at the end, and my husband came home. We had a really nice dinner and all that kind of stuff. But Shannon really helped to make my day super extra special. So I have to say thank you. Shout out to Shannon and the Spoonie Stitcher. All right. What else did I get? Well, first of all, I have a girlfriend who we went on a girls' weekend, and Ta-da! Are these things not freaking awesome? I love these glasses. They're not prescription, but that's okay because when I wear my contacts, these babies are going with me. Are they not adorable? Look at all the cute little glitter all around the edges. And so my girlfriend and I went to a spa weekend in a place called Two Bunch Palms, which is in Palm Springs Palm Desert area. And she gave me a set of these glasses, and she got a set of matching glasses, and I got a cute little pair of palm tree earrings. I don't have them, but it was my birthday. Oh, and I got this guy. Hold on. Wait, ready? Everybody knew it was my birthday, and I got to wear this all around everywhere. Is this not amazing? Like, it should be your birthday every day if you get to dress up like this. Right? And it's got this cute little flip thing going on. So, ultimately, I got to feel special for a really long time. Not just my birthday. And my husband said, because you had, kind of a poopy day on your birthday, we're going to make it up. I might leave this on. What do you guys think? I think I'm going to leave it on. And I'll put the sunglasses on. I don't know if I can wear them over my regular. Oh, I can. Hey, Ethan, I can see you now. Okay, so let's talk about what else Kimberly got for her birthday. Okay, so this came from a friend the weekend before my birthday. She is one of my dear friends, and they are from Virginia, and she went to this amazing little place called Peace Hill Farm. It's out of Virginia, and they have they do their own yarn, they spin it, they dye it, they do whatever. And she got me 2 skeins of this, and it is from the Agatha Christie collection. It is 75% mohair, 25% merino wool, and it's 160 yards. It's 3-ply chunky yarn. Isn't it pretty? So it's like, people know me. They know that I do this channel. They know that I'm kind of a yarn freak. And so I love it when I get, stuff that has to do with, yarn and knitting and crocheting and whatever. I love this. At first I thought it was going to be a little bit scratchy because of 75% mohair and 25% merino wool. So it feels a little scratchy, but not as much, as you might think. And I think what's going to happen is that the more that I work it, it's going to, because there seems to be some kind of smooth edges in here. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I have 420 yards to figure out what to do with it. So this was one of my birthday gifts. And this is from Peace Hill Farm. They have a website, and I've heard it's absolutely beautiful. So I will include their website on my channel. Maybe we'll go check it out and see. I don't know if they ship yarn, but, it's beautiful, and it's hand-dyed, and I love supporting small businesses and stuff. So, yay, thank you, Vic. Happy birthday to me. All right, so that was 2 yarny gifts, 3 if you include the mini me that was done. And then I did a little bit of shopping for myself because I was a little feeling sorry for myself. And I shouldn't have. It didn't last long. I'm not a negative person. Like I said, I had 0 expectations. So I really wasn't that disappointed. It was just like one of those days where you just go, oh, this is a funky day. Anyways, I have found this really fun YouTube channel because YouTubers follow YouTubers, right? Just to get ideas and just to see what other people are doing and just because they're fun, right? Like when you grow up, you want to be this YouTuber. So I came across these 2 guys, and they're called Les Garçons, which if you don't speak 2 languages, French and English or whatever else, Les Garçons means the boys or the young boys or something like that. They're funny. They knit. They don't necessarily crochet, but they even make their own yarns, and they tend to imbibe in cocktails, from what I can see, every time they do a video. Now, whatever. They're not driving. They're in their cute little, cubby. And they're very funny, and it's these 2 gentlemen together. Anyways, I don't know much about them, but I'm going to follow them more. So I went to their website and checked it out. And lo and behold, they were having a sale. Now, I do need some stitch holders. I decided that I did need some stitch holders, and I went to their website and they had these little guys on sale. Now I believe they are out of Niagara Falls, New York. So I think that they are Canadian, French Canadian, boop, boop, and they're just above the border. But I got this cute, and then look, there's this cute little sticker, and then it says right here, Merci Kimberly. Merci means thank you in French, in case you didn't know that. So they had some little stitch markers on sale, and I bought myself some because they're just freaking adorable. I got Whiskey the Mountain Goat, and it's in rose gold, which is my signature color. So isn't he cute? This is Whiskey the Mountain Goat. And I also got a couple others. Actually, let me get the names right. I think I'm going to always wear this crown and these glasses on every one of my channel's videos from now on. Maybe not. All right, so I got the Whiskey the Mountain Goat Progress Keeper. This guy. Super cute. And he's big, and he's good quality. Kind of a rose gold enamel. Very cute. Then I also got Peaches, the Irish Setter Progress Keeper. And that little dude is here. Peaches, the Irish Setter. Come on. How cute is this? And these were on offer. So I think they're normally like $10, and they might have been like $4 or $5, something like that. But they are really good quality. So if you just want to have something special. Now this, if you're not already aware, this is a crochet stitch or progress keeper, if you will. So you basically would attach this little guy to it has this lobster clasp up here. You attach it to the stitch. Whereas in knitting, they're circles, and you put them onto your actual needles. This just goes onto the stitch that you are trying to keep track of. So this is Peaches, the Irish Setter. Then I got one more. I got Everett, the Ferret Progress Keeper. Oops, let me flip him around. Flip around, Everett. There we go. Isn't he cute? So he's a little ferret progress keeper. Okay, so I got these guys, and I think they were literally like $4 a piece. Shipping wasn't fun, but I was like, it's my birthday, and I don't care. Then I liked them so much, so I got this guy. I thought he was freaking adorable. This is Everett, who's an enamel pin, which, you know what? I could put him like on a scarf or something that I have finished, a little garment. These guys, and these are actually really good quality. They're definitely they're metal, but they're nice metal. I don't think they're going to be turning or anything like that. So this is my enamel pin. This is Everett the Ferret. And then the other thing I got was, oh, this is way cute. This is called Shibu the Shiba Inu. And this is also an enamel pin. So they had them in enamel pins and the stitch keepers. And I pretty much think they had, like you choose one. They have them in all different styles. But I just thought this was so stinking cute. So this is from a company called, or a channel called Les Garçons. Oh, and then they sent me this adorable little sticker. Is that not adorable? So actually, I really started feeling very special on my birthday, even though all of this stuff came today. I ordered it, I think, on my birthday, but it came today. So it's like the birthday just kind of continues. But this is a little, like a rabbit, I think maybe, or a goat, probably a rabbit, that is knitting, sitting in a moon. So it's like sitting moon goat or bunny. Anyways, so these guys are all, this is a little treat for me. And this is all from Les Garçons. Little stitch markers. And they make me very happy. Very, very happy. I love these. All right, so I might have to start watching them more, and then I'll give you guys more, deets and stuff like that on them. All right. So that was very exciting. So I got 2 more Yarny gifts I have to show you. Okay, so the other Yarny gift I got was this book that I wanted it, and I told my husband about it, and he pre-ordered it. He figured out what it was, and he pre-ordered it, and it arrived on my birthday. On my birthday. This is called Modern Granny Stitch Crochet. So it's not Granny Squares, but it's Granny Stitches. And this is by a publisher by the name of David and Charles. They're the ones that did the book on the mix and match mosaic patterns for the afghans, which I am let me tell you, I am loving it. And I'm gonna have to do another update because I'm changing my idea on what projects I'm gonna be bringing on our upcoming trip. Anyways, because I love that book so much. So this is Modern Granny Stitch Crochet. This is by Claudine Powley. And you know, I have to say, if this is the publisher, David and Charles, because the other book was very similar, the binding, the presentation of the book is top notch. Really, really good quality. The pages, so with each pattern in this particular one, the pattern, they're all color coded. So if you know, like when you turn a book sideways like this, you can see all the different colors. So it'll tell you, you know, like this pattern is this color and this pattern is this color. And of course they have all the getting started at the beginning, and but these are all the different things that you can make. So I thought, well, that'll be interesting because I want something other than, that's cute, little folk blouse. Other than granny squares. I like the granny stitch, but I don't always want to do the granny squares as much as I love granny squares. Because I don't want all those ends, to weave in all those ends. Sometimes that's just like never ending. But here's a cute little vest, right? All you have to do is just change your colors, but that's, you don't have as many of those little ends because you can, sometimes it's a little bit much. When I did that cardigan, I ended up like kind of hating it at the end because it was just a lot of ends. But look at this. How cute is this? Totally modern, contemporary. Do you know why they call them granny squares, by the way, or the granny stitch? It's because grannies back in the day, that's what they called them, would take like old garments and socks and things like that that might have been worn down a little bit. And then these are getting heavy on my eyes. Although they're super cute. I can still see you, but I'm going to, you know, maybe I'll put, that's where I'll put them. I'll put them right there. That's better. Okay. Grannies would take like old socks and different things like that and garments and sweaters, and then they would take them apart and then they would make new garments. And that's why they were called granny squares. Or granny stitch. That's basically where it came from. So you can make this adorable, very trendy tank top, right? With a little bit of a chevron pattern. And I could always get some extra practice on a chevron pattern because sometimes I get those wrong. Really nice pictures. Okay. So when you buy these books pre-ordered or pre-order them on Amazon, you don't really get a chance to see what's in them. There's nobody's reviewing them yet because they just came out. So sometimes you have to kind of go out on a whim. But so far, I'm really impressed. This is another sweater you can make a cardigan. And this book was $24.99. But again, I pre-ordered it. And so I got a little bit of a discount. I think you get like a couple dollars off or something like that. If you are pre-ordering it. This is a really cute little, these are all things that have the patterns right there inside. It's called a ripple top. And then it basically tells you all the different yarns to use. So these books are really, really nice. They have a couple other ones. They have one called Colorful Crochet Knitwear. And then the one that I've seen around for quite a while is called the Mosaic Crochet Workshop. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's this guy right here. And there's a lot, I've seen that on Amazon for quite a while. So that's been out for a while. But these guys are doing a really great job with these books. I'm very impressed. Here's just a basic, kind of like a raglan sweater. They call it a V-neck jumper. They call it a jumper because in the UK, jumpers means sweaters. Somebody asked me one time, are these patterns written in UK or US terms? And that was a great question, knowing that the publisher and the authors are from the UK, and as I showed you in that one video that I did between the US and UK, very different terms, but I do believe these are all written in US terms. As a matter of fact, I think I saw it somewhere. Let me just double check. Oh, that was such a great question because right here it says, under terminology on page 12, it says, the patterns in this book use UK terminology. UK, right? However, if you are used to working with US terminology, please refer to the conversion table below, which is right here. Okay. So here's a little thought. I would like to have seen it a little bit more obvious, right? Like with the patterns and different things like that. Here's this adorable festive Christmas jumper. That's so cute. You could almost say that passing for knitting. It doesn't say that it's, you know, like I would want it to say somewhere like really big on the big, you know, written in UK terms. It doesn't say that. But you're just going to have to know because, yeah, this is all in the UK terminology. So what I'm going to do for me is I'm going to, when I find a pattern I'm going to start with, I'm going to write in there on my notes, and wherever it says like double crochet, I know it's going to be a single crochet, or if it's going to be a treble crochet, I know it's going to be a double crochet, or whatever it's going to be, right? I'm going to make sure that I make those notes ahead of time. So this book, and then I'm guessing that the other two books down here are also written in UK terms. I still like the book. I love the book. And you know what? And you can make, ooh, look at this scarf. That's pretty. This is a boho scarf. So guess what? You can make something out of this book, and then you can tell everybody that you are a bilingual crocheter. So there you go. So this is a gift that I got on my birthday, and it is called the Modern Granny Stitch Crochet, and it's available on Amazon, and it's like $24.95. My last yarny gift, and I know we're such geeks, right? Because I mean, I'm not going to tell you how old I am. I don't really care if you know how old I am. But, you know, you get to a certain age where you're like, if I want something, I'm just going to buy it, right? You know, like I don't wait and think, ooh, I want this for my birthday. I want this, unless it's something really big and expensive. And I don't really do big and expensive. But I really wanted I'm geeking out here. Don't laugh. A ball winder. A really good ball winder. Yay! My husband's like, really? That's what you want? I was like, yep, that's what I want. Okay, so this is my old ball winder. And to be fair, I mean, it works okay. This is from Knit Picks, but the brace that, I guess this wouldn't work. The brace that locks it down onto a table where you can use it as a table, I don't know where that went. I mean, it was gone centuries ago and I can't find it. This one isn't very expensive, so if you don't have a ball winder and you just want to get started with one, I mean, this is a great one to start with. I think it's on Amazon for like $20 or something like that. You can also go to Knit Picks to their website and you can get it. The thing I don't like about it is once it really gets going, this handle down here, sometimes it pops out like that, boink, and then because it just locks in. So that's kind of a problem. Sometimes it's just, I don't know, I don't really like it. And it's clunky. It's really clunky. And you hold it and I don't like it. Plus, sometimes it makes this crack noise and I think that things are breaking inside. I said, I don't want this anymore. I want a really nice, quiet ball winder. So this is what, my husband, he picked this out. I didn't tell him. I just said, I want a ball winder. He found this on Amazon. He paid extra for shipping. He's so lovely. So that it arrived on my birthday, but watch this. So, obviously I'll have to show you how it works, but basically you put the yarn through the spindrift over there, right? Spindrift? I don't know. Swift, right? Put it over there, and this is going to have to sit close to it. But then the yarn's going to come through this little beaker-looking tube wire. It's going to corkscrew through here, blah, 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 blah. Then it's going to come up and over onto here, and the yarn fits down through the centerpiece here, okay? And it's going to lock in place. There's a little hole here in the back, right here, that this fits right into, like that. And so your table or whatever braces right down in here, and then you use this clamp to clamp it down. Then it's got this really nice, see this? This band that keeps it going. And then I even got an extra one, a belt. It's a belt. And it came with that, and then it came with this little thing of lubricant, some kind of oil. The instructions or the review said you do have to keep it clean because I think probably some lint and stuff is going to get in there, and then so you just kind of, but you put it on, you put it up here, and then you turn your little crank. Wait, hold on, listen. Like no noise. It's so nice. And as I put it down on the table, it just sits. Like my other one was like an earthquake going off. It just sits. It's really nice. I love it. It makes me happy. Right? It makes me so happy. So what I'll do on another video is I will, roll this stuff And so you guys can just kind of see how it works, but it's seamless. Now this one was more expensive than this guy, but listen. Oh. That's what it does all the time, but there's yarn on it, and that's so I have to actually kind of hold it in place like this. But like, look at that thing. That's just nasty. It's like scrambling eggs. I don't like this thing. Sorry, nitpicks, but I don't like it anymore. And it, see, look at that thing go. And it makes my arm all jiggly. This guy. Ooh, look at that. Nice and soft. As my husband always says, right tool for the right job. So I'm very excited I got this guy. Yeah. All right, so I might have to do a video on this and show you how this works. But today I thought, you know what, how fun. I'm gonna like invite you virtually to my birthday party. So we've now opened up my gifts, and it's been a really fun birthday. So all in all, y'all, I pulled out my birthday pig and my birthday sheep, and I had a really great birthday. Because it just goes on and on and on. Even though the day itself was kind of funky, the rest of the day was pretty amazing. And the rest of the week. And my life and my friends and my family are so wonderful and such a blessing. So thank you so much for watching. This one's a little bit long, but this is Kimberly with Knit for Brains, and this was my podcast for my birthday special. I've got some other ones coming up this week, so make sure that you stay tuned. Hit that notification button, so like and subscribe so you make sure that you get all the videos, all the updates, you know what's coming up. I'm actually going to be doing some unboxings this week, so make sure you tune in for that. And then we'll also be talking more about our upcoming trip and different things I'm going to be doing. This is so soft. I just want to sit and do like this all day long. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Again, this is Kimberly with Knit for Brains, and as always, I'll see you soon.